Hey, it's Sam, welcome to BitzyBobzy, and I've brought out some of the toys that I need to get reviewing on. But today it's all about the Lumos Sonorus helmet, and the reason being is in the UK you must have a helmet on when you're on the road. I'm not sure where you're watching for the rest of the world, but if you want to stay tuned, and I'll talk you through bits and bobs. Is that why we're BitzyBobzy? Anyway, without further ado, let's get cracking. That's me hiding behind the camera just now, just to see. This is a Sonorus, and we have 4 different kinds. So we have got pearl white, blush pink, and 2 blacks. So mainly that's because what we could get. I did show the remote control, but I'll show it again. It looks absolutely fantastic. And in the box that you see, it actually just opens and slides open. There's normally a protective cover over the top of it. And basically this is it. This is what you get. So I think we're going to be having a wee look around the black one just now, and we'll have a wee talk about it. So on the Lumos helmet, I'll try and do as many close-ups as I can when I'm speaking to you, but I'm going to talk you through some of the bits and why I really think it's probably one of the best helmets out there. And I mean, I really mean that. Taking it off is just a quick flick of the hand, which is great. No messing about with buckles and stuff, no getting your fingers pinched. I have done that before. Got a wee ouchie there. Not on this one though, thankfully. Right, so for starters, what can I start off with saying? Well, it's light compared to the other one that is close to this, which I'm going to have to say it, and the reason being is if you look down the page you'll see that I've already done a review on the Senna helmets and loved them, but we've been using them a little while, so we've got some more updates on them, to where the fact that we were obviously testing this to see how well these are, because they are a very well known manufacturer, but so are Lumos when it comes to the tech. But this has everything and everything more. I'm going to walk you through. It's like a walkthrough of the helmet. For starters, it is very comfortable, and it's a lot lighter than the Senna ones. And with the air coming through, the airflow coming through the top, I could wear this all day long. The other one was really great for not letting any bugs in, but because of how deep that is, I don't really see anything happening with it. You have to press 2 buttons in the other one, which is really annoying, but on this one it's just a press and hold 1 button, that's it, and it's on. What I like about it is when you link up the helmets, they all just link automatically. It tells you how many people are online. You don't have to do anything. Tech, to some people, can be the point where you go, I don't want this because it's too complicated for me. I can promise you it's not. Now, while I'm talking through this just now, we're not allowed to get access to the app because it was in the beta testing, and I've missed that. I missed the party. I missed the whole Kickstarter campaign where they got pledged nearly £650,000 for helmets. Now, if that doesn't tell you that people believe in this, then what doesn't? I mean, there's so many great things that's selling for this. We have got the indicators, which I will get on at some point too. We've got a flashing backlight and front light. The indicators work on the back and on the front as well, which is amazing. You can get seen for quite a bit down the road. And that light in the dark can actually light up quite a fair bit. At the side, we do have your plus and minus for the volume. And if you want to Bluetooth, if you press the plus button and there, press and hold them, that will send you into Bluetooth. Now, one of the amazing things that this can do that other helmets can't do is that you can listen to your Bluetooth music, and when you go and speak to somebody, it cuts out the music down a bit. The other person can't hear the music, but you can, and you can also hear them talking. I'm just more laughing, we're in Scotland, so we're going to get 4 seasons one day. It's going to start raining, probably snow and everything soon. No, I'll end up putting this back in my head so I don't get my hair wet. So these are the sample helmets. These aren't the actual finished product. But under testing that we've been given it, there isn't much bad to say about a sample product. I didn't really give them many suggestions at the end as well because I didn't have much to. When you've got it on your head, you'll see that it moves slightly. So should you have an accident, it means that it's not rigidly stuck to your head, so any damage that comes to yourself are going to be negated a bit. In the back here, which is really tricky to get to, there is a little turny bit where you can put your finger in and take out the charger. So should you damage the helmet, you can take out this module and swap it over to the next one. It's really great as well. Should you want to share your helmet with somebody, say for instance your battery's died and their battery's fine, you can take that out and swap it over. It should carry all your details with it. We have got a USB-C charger, which, you know, it's a must. And the placement of it is much better than the other helmets that I've been speaking about because it's placed right here. It's not you're having to lie the helmet funny or anything to sit down. I mean, I will say the lip that's at the front is nice. The only thing I'm not sure about it is you put it down too far, you're not going to see the light as good. You will see it, you just won't see it as good. So I would recommend you keep it up a wee bit. There is a face shield and stuff that they're talking about they're going to be selling as well, which is really great, because I think at the end of the day I'm always a person who wears glasses, and most times you see me in the videos I'm wearing glasses it's because I screw my eyes up at the sun quite a bit. That would be nice on here if it was more a sunglass effect, but I'm not sure how that's going to be made because I've not been told. I've not been told about the release or the price, so I can't give you any dates. I will keep you updated down below though, as soon as I know anything. I may make a couple of videos on this. They will be short ones though, because how much can you talk about a helmet? But trying to say this to people is, we must have helmets when we're out to keep us safe, right? There is cheap helmets. I am not saying that there is not. But when you go out, for instance, as a family, as a ride, now we've had 4 people go out and we can speak to each other. It just transforms your ride. It makes it even, it makes something. I always use the riding as a tool to help me when I'm feeling really low and I need to try and get some sort of good feelings back to my body. So when I go out, I've got a lot on my mind. It helps having these to speak to the people who are behind me and it's the people in front of me. And I generally find that, see, when you do that vent along with a cycle, you feel great. And if all the cost of it is going to be, now I reckon it's roughly going to be between 150 to 200 per I'm having a look at other helmets in the range. It might be wrong there. If I have any discount codes, I'll certainly share it on with yourself. But the riders, my wife, my daughter, my best friend who looks after me most times, we've all been out in these and we've all came up with the same things, that this Lumos Sonorus helmet is the best helmet. I mean, it is the best helmet on the market right now. Nothing can beat this, right? Nothing. So the bits I'm going to tell you that aren't so great, because I have to share it because it's up here, so it needs to come out there. And that is, for this price tag that you're paying, I did suggest to maybe put a wee bag in there. It's just because if I'm paying that amount of money, I want to protect this and keep it good. So that would be nice to do. The range, now they did say it would work up to 5 kilometres. I'm sorry, I have tested it and I couldn't get it to do anywhere near that. I couldn't even get it to do a mile. I got about 3/4 of a mile, which was on par with the Senna ones, to be honest with you. So although I'm not really that bothered about it, you've got to remember that this has Bluetooth built in. So anywhere you're getting a cell signal, you're still going to be able to phone the person and speak to them. Whether it's on the mesh system or whether it's on the Bluetooth, with speaking through the phone, you're still going to get in contact. So if somebody goes too far out your way, you can just give them a call. You don't have to press anything to answer it. Right, you just press it on your phone, you press it at the side there, but what I mean is you don't have to jiggle about with buttons and change things and everything. It just works. And once you've answered that call, you can just keep talking, because it will go off and the other person hangs up, which is amazing, because if you need to take an emergency call when you're out, or that's what's holding you back for getting out for your cycle, then this is going to be the thing that does not hold you back. I really honestly believe in my heart of hearts when I speak about things, if I really think it's a good product, I want to tell you it's a good product, because it's to help. It's literally anything that I'm doing is to help. If you find cycling hard because you can't go out in yourself, you're struggling to leave the house, you can't go out on your own, take this. Take this, add another person with you. If you like going out in groups and you can't speak to each other, even when you're cycling 2 abreast and things like that, take this. You can get some peace and listen to your music. And the music, by the way, will play just at that tiny wee bit. You'll be able to hear it. Right, so basically I'm going to get Rosemary to cycle and to see how far she can go and what it sounds like, just so you can hear it through there. And I've got the lovely mic. She's going to go beside. Right, Rosie, start talking.
Okay, right, so I have no clue what to talk about, so I may as well just talk about this absolutely boiling weather. It's way too hot. Like, I'm trying to be all professional, wearing my nice BitzyBobzy kind of outfit, my leggings, and it is absolutely boiling.
Well, it doesn't help that black outfit.
No.
So.
I know, it's really hot. But I'm going to go to where I stopped last time, to where it like cut out.
But it will not be the case that it will be so intrusive when you can't hear what's going on round about you. The little thing that they give you for the left and right for the indicators that just sticks on your bike, I'm not keen on the rubber bands that it comes with, because if they start cracking later on, I'm not sure where you'll buy them or what size the bands are. They come with 2 different sizes though to place them on your bike, so you can put them where you want. You basically just give it a wee quick clip just to lift off and charge it by USB-C. Because it's only being used for the indicators, I really don't think it will use much battery, but it is well made. I will say that it is perfectly made and it looks really great on your bike, because some bikes have indicators, some bikes don't. Doesn't matter with this. You can just take this with you. You're using a few different bikes, just take it with you. You don't have an e-bike, just take it with you. You don't need any electricity for it because it's already in the actual left and right button as it's sitting down there. It's USB-C charger yet again, which is fantastic. So I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product, but I'm pretty happy with the product that they've made right now. I don't know really what else they can upgrade, unless everybody wants this mesh system to go a bit further. But honestly, if there's cell signal close to you, I don't see the point. With the other helmet I'm telling you about, you have to press a button to change modes, to go to Bluetooth, to go to mesh. This does both at the same time. And the other thing that I want to add out is, when I was using the other ones, when I go out for an hour's ride, it was always down halfway, the battery was down. I don't know how long they last because I'm the type of person that charges everything after I use it. I just like to know that it's all sorted, it's all ready, we're ready to go. See this, every time that I plug it in, even after an hour's run with 4 of us, and I plug it in the wall, it's still green. So it's charging just that wee little bit at the end. It's never ran down that much. So you could definitely go out for 2, 3, 4 hours, probably, more than likely, and this will still be working, which is amazing. And that's why I wanted to show you the different types of bikes and everything that I've got, is because it's not just for a bike. You can use it in the Velomobile, you can use it as a C5, use it in this trike, you could use it walking. You know, you could use it on the kayaks. There's quite a few things that you could use it for. Granted, you might feel a wee bit silly walking about with this, but it's got a multitude of uses. It's not just it's just a helmet, just that's it. It's the best helmet, and I really mean that. I am never going anything else on my head because it is so perfect with the adjustment that it's got at the back. I don't know if you watched some of the old videos. I didn't know that I was doing this, but on the other helmet that I was using, it was sitting slightly squint off to the left. I didn't know that until I watched back the video, and I'm going, what's going on with that helmet? Because it feels as if it's on right. Not this one, because every time this is on, it definitely sits in. The fact that when you go and put it on, I don't know how good you'll be able to see this, it magnetically just clips on. It is fantastic that, instead of trying to, as being a motorbiker, trying to find the clip and grab it on. I mean, you get used to it, but it's still annoying. Right, so as I'm sitting, just in case you've never seen it, there's the on button. Press and hold, press and hold, press and hold. Another, funnily enough, press and hold. And it says that they have all connected, which is really nice. The thing that I love, to sync up all the lights and make all the lights work at the one time, all you do is double click on one of them, and now they're all blinking in unison. It is fantastic. I mean, it really is fantastic that when you're riding, because then when your lights go off, they'll go off at the one time. So again, I want all you to start doing it. And yeah, near enough. It's good as. And that's him working perfect. I do love it. And by the way, it's not just at the back. Sorry for the blinking lights. There's nothing I could do if I'm trying to show you the lights though. So I'm going to pull back slightly, just so we can have a wee look. And if there's any echoes going on, it's because they're coming through the microphones, because they're all set up and I want them to stay set up. I don't want it to change. So that's him over there. And I'll move the remote controls out of the way. So we should be able to get a good look at them just now. So and as you hear, they all beep at the same time, which is fantastic. You get it at the back, and you get it blinking at the front. Right will blink twice and make the noise. Left will blink once, sorry, right will blink twice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut off the lights so we can see how light it is. So if you want to hear what happens when you switch one on, I've got one behind the camera just now, which is my own. So we'll switch it on and it'll tell you.
Resto Duo Sync Intercom 3 online.
So it's telling me how many are online right now, which is fantastic. So it'll be that one plus the other 3. But see the light? Can you see this? Because it is bright. I mean, that is so bright. Fantastic. I'll try and get moving around just so you can see better. So nice wee close-ups. In my hand, I've got a horrible wee thing there. Right, we've got USB-C on the back, as we see. We've got the LED rear light. Now, one thing I didn't tell you about though is that the remote has got an accelerometer, so if I put it forward, it will act like it's braking, which is fantastic. Again, if you don't have a bike that's electric, or if you don't have a brake light on your bike, it doesn't matter. This does it for you, so you don't have to bother about it. It's fantastic. So press and hold the power button for it to come on. Double click it to sync to the other helmets. There's none on just now, so that will not happen. We can move the lip up and down. And at the side, we've got different buttons. Now remember, press, hold it on, and we'll get Bluetooth.
Bluetooth pairing.
So it's looking for Bluetooth pairing just now, which Nick will get annoyed about because now I've messed up his helmet. So we'll go for a good look in the inside. It's great because you can take bits off to clean, which I really like, because it's all just velcroed in, which is nice. So you get a bit sweaty in there, nothing to bother about. Now in this back bit, it's hard to show on the camera, but if you put your finger in and you twist it round, I wasn't sure if I could do it with my hand or not, because I thought I needed a screwdriver, which would be a nightmare to get in there. But no, you can do it with your finger. I don't know again, because these are the prototypes, whether this is going to be doable with the other one or not. I would think that hopefully maybe they can make it slightly easier. And that's the whole module out. So if you just want to charge that without having to do the whole helmet, or if you've damaged your helmet, it's going to be very easy to get a replacement. Beautiful finish of silver on the outside though. To answer a call, I believe it's the middle button just now, and you've got your two speakers here, one here and one at the other side, and you've got your microphone at the front. It is noise cancelling. You should have heard a difference between that. When I am actually testing it outside, it works phenomenally well. I am very happy. But remember, this is a sales sample, so this is not the finished product. I did see that they're coming up with a lovely luminous green one as well, which will be really nice. So yeah, on the helmet, there's not much more that I can turn around and tell you though, because it's, well, it's not a big secret, but it's waiting on the people for the Kickstarter who paid, which is great because I can tell them if they're watching this, it is worth every penny you paid for. You're not going to get anything any better. And just to give a shout out to how far the test went when we took it out. The first one between the starting was 345 metres, second one 490 metres, and then the last one 625 before we cut out. So it was, I mean, it was quite a while. We normally wouldn't be that far away from each other anyway, but if worst comes to worst, you can always phone them on the Bluetooth, and if you do that, you can get anywhere that's going to have a cell service. So there's nothing else that we need to speak to you about that. Now remember, it's got MIPS and NTA 8776 certified. I mean, it's tested for higher speeds, so certainly for e-bikes as well, that's what it's going to be good for. That's what it looks like without the module on. And it's just basically, this is the part at the back that I'm telling you. We just push it on, pop in, put our hand in the back there. You just need to go underneath this little panel here, if you can see that, and get your finger to twist it. It would be better if they did make a different way to do this, because although you can twist it, it is not as easy as I would like. The last thing that I do want to show you though is how I was saying that when you've got it on your head, it does move with your head. So should you have a bump, that moves with you. So it'll move with your head instead of sticking to it, which is much better. But am I going to recommend this to you? Well, you're damn right I am. This, honestly, is the best helmet on the market right now as of mid-2026. If anybody tries to beat this helmet, I think the only way you're going to be able to do it is maybe add a camera module. There's nothing else that you're going to need. Nothing at all. You can get your directions pumped through there, you can get your music, podcasts, telephone calls, the Mesh system. It's a lot of things just for one helmet. And you bring a team with you, it certainly does make it just that little bit better. So well done, Lumos. You've made a fantastic product, and I definitely, if you care about it, he's getting my stamp of approval, because it is something that I need every single time I go out. thanks everybody for watching. Yeah, any questions, comments, anything, put them down below. If I know them, I'll tell you. If I don't know them, I'll pretend not. I've actually bought myself an applause meter because none of you guys are applauding much. I'm only joking. You hit the subscribe button, that's enough for me. I don't really want anything else in life. This is all I'm after. Just to help you and see my daughter and wife's face when we do this stuff, and we get to talk about things that are not so keeping you down all the time. Take care of yourself. Thanks for watching. On the Lumos Sonorus, if you're left wondering if these are the right choice for you, then I'm here to tell you, yes, they definitely are.